Hi everybody, Pastor Jeremy here with your devotional for this week. So today I'm going to entitle this one, Run Your Race. Our verse that goes with this is Hebrews 12, verses 1 through 2, which says, "Let us run with perseverance the race marked before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith." So it's no surprise to you that we live in a very technologically driven society, right? Which makes it very easy for us to try to compare our lives with other people. So the social media platforms that we have nowadays are very much culprits of pushing us to compare our lives to other people's, right? We get these snapshots, these perfect moments of other people's lives that we see on Facebook and Instagram, and we think to ourselves, my goodness, I don't have my life anywhere near together the way they do. And this verse in Hebrews reminds us that we as human beings like to look around and compare our race to other people's races. But in fact, Jesus doesn't ask us to do that, right? We can look at other people's lives and think they're more spiritually mature than us. They're more set off financially than us, when our lives are our own race. We don't have to try and catch up with anybody else on the face of this planet, right? God didn't call us to run their race. He calls us in Hebrews to run our race. So if we look at that, comparison not only distracts us, but discourages us and derails us from the calling that God has placed inside of us. Even Peter, my favorite disciple, found this out firsthand by Jesus, right? So Peter asked Jesus about John's future, and Jesus answered bluntly. He said, "What is it to you? You must follow me." Jesus didn't entertain the thought of comparison in that moment, right? He redirected Peter back to the one thing that matters, which is following him. So just remember that this week. You're not in competition with anybody else. You are called to run the race that God has placed in your life. Not to compare yourself to anybody else. But while we're running this race, our eyes always need to be on Jesus. Not on social media, not in comparison to others. But how does it level up to what God has placed inside of you? So I pray that blesses you. Have an amazing, wonderful day.